Devils fans are livid after another mediocre Jacob Markstrom performance. Timo Meier was good again, gets a goal. It's time. The Devils got to move on to Columbus after their first home regulation loss to the Philadelphia Flyers in just frustrating fashion. And no, I'm not going to start beating the camera with the stick that I currently have in my hand. That will be for a demonstration later in the video. Ladies and gentlemen, it's great to be here with you, Ryan the Goose Gosiker, and we've got to talk about the Devils' first regulation home loss to the Philadelphia Flyers. Some would say BTA. If you're on TikTok nowadays, you know what that means. The Devils have now surrendered 11 goals to the Flyers in 2 games this season. Just a terrible performance in that regard. In other regards, the Devils showed fight. Okay, they showed a want and they showed a need to get back into the game. They had me standing on the couch, pumping my chest, ready to go, ready to take this hockey stick and put the puck in the back of the net for them. Okay, but nonetheless, Devils come up short 5-3 against the Philadelphia Flyers tonight, 6-3 a week ago in Philadelphia, so not much has changed. But let's get into some of the details of this. This is just the Devils game logs the last few times they've played Philadelphia, dating back to February of last year. The Devils have now, let's start counting them up. They have 3 wins and 5 losses, okay? So certainly not good, okay? At the beginning of 2025, last season, Devils with a big 5-0 win. I was there for that, okay? And then the March game, they won 3-1 in Philadelphia. But this year so far, 6-3 and now 5-3. Just not good if you're the Devils. And again, it goes back to something I've brought up in prior post games, even yesterday after the Sabres game. You're trying to build hope in your goaltenders, and you're trying to build hope in that they can string some good performances together. What frustrates me the most about what Jacob Markstrom, is doing right now is the fact that he's terrible to start. Okay, the other night we mentioned it, played really, really well after allowing first shot, first goal. And then tonight, he doesn't look good, okay? I know the Flyers were getting good opportunities. I watched the game, okay? But this, I don't know what it is. These first 2 periods, they were sleepwalking through it. The third period, that's the Jacob Markstrom that should be getting $6 million. That's the guy. Not the guy that showed up in the first 2 periods. Okay, maybe more like first period and a half. Okay, but at the end of the day, I mean, come on. He's got to be better. For what the Devils are paying him and what they're going to pay him, he has to be better. And I will show you right here, I believe this is it. Jacob Markstrom's 6-3-1 record in his last 10 games with a goals against average of 3.51 and a save percentage of .880. I told you, if the Devils are to get to where they want to go, I said this a while ago, if they're to get to where they want to go, that save percentage has to be over 900. They have to have goaltenders that have a save percentage over 900. Okay, and I don't have Jake Allen's pulled up right now. Obviously, he had the shutout against the Sabres. Probably helped him out. But Jacob Markstrom, this is unacceptable. This is not the guy we signed up for. This is not the guy we got last year. Okay? We got this guy for maybe a 2-week stretch. Maybe. Right? And that was right after he got hurt, right? Jake Allen started carrying the team a little bit. And then Markstrom found it. And in the playoffs, he was spectacular. Where are you, dude? Like, that's just the best way I could say it, is where you at. Because it ain't here. And it's not in net in Newark. Because, again, as I mentioned, if you watch the last period and a half, period and a quarter, you might say, Goose, you being a little too tough on Jacob Markstrom. I mean, I saw some of the saves he was making. So did I. I got 2 eyes. They work. 1, 2. Okay? They work. But you have to watch the whole game. And how did the Devils get down 4-1? Yes, their defense was mediocre. Yes, Jacob Markstrom was bad. It's a combination of all of it. I know sports fans hate to hear that. Oh, come on, Goose. You got to pick one side or the other. You got to... No. Everything is interconnected, especially in team sports. Okay? Everything is interconnected. The defense was bad, and Jacob Markstrom was bad to start this game. That's why the Devils found themselves down 4-1. And I'm sorry if I'm raising my voice, but I'm upset. This bothers me. Okay? It's got me livid. Okay? Said it at the beginning, I'll say it now. It's got me livid. I don't like when the Devils play like this. It's unacceptable. And you know what? Again, they were bound to lose a regulation game at home. They were not going 40-0-1 or 41-0-1 at home. I'm not stupid. I know that. But this effort against this team to come out as flat as they did, and even towards the end, I mean, they were still giving up these odd man rushes, and it was just tough. Tough to watch, man. It's hard. But at the end of the day, Devils got to find a way to pull it together. And they got to find a way to beat the Flyers. Okay? And again, every year's a new year, right? And, you know, we do this, talking particularly Carolina, right? That's been a long history of it. Again, as I showed you here in this photo, it's not necessarily like Philly's been steamrolling the Devils all this time. But outside of those 2 wins in January and March, I mean, the Devils have been relatively putrid against Philadelphia. And while I'm on the topic and while I'm upset, I mean, can we just go through, you know, so, all right, Philly's already taken the season series. And I want to look at this because this was a big moment in the game and a huge moment for New Jersey that was not capitalized on thanks to the officials. Okay, so now we're starting to get to the point of, Goose, why do you have the hockey stick? If an NHL player brings their stick up and it hits an opponent in the face like this, okay, particularly in the mouth, and the lip is starting to bleed, okay, maybe some embellishment by having the Devils training staff have to take Luke down the hallway a little bit, trying to see if they can buy some stuff. There was definitely some red stuff there. I'm no doctor, no nurse, but certainly it was there. So if you hit your opponent, boom, in the mouth, and there's red stuff coming out, which is blood, it's supposed to be 4 minutes. I don't know who needs to tell us officiating crew that. They all missed it. And, you know, I was listening to Don and Kenny talk about it and Bryce talking about maybe they were shielded, except for the camera angle that you can see that there's an official staring at it, watches it, sees it, then turns the other way. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? Okay? It's not the reason the Devils lost. That's why I didn't lead with it. But if you contact an opponent, boom, in the mouth, that's a penalty. That's at least 2 minutes. And if he's bleeding, it's 4. It was as clear-cut a high sticking as I've seen in a while. And I'm not a super, I mean, I love watching hockey, but sometimes even I miss some high sticks and stuff like that and need to see the replay. This one was clear live. It was clear on the replay. It was actually even worse in the replay than it was live. How do you miss that call? And again, did the Devils convert in that power play? Who knows? You want to know why? Because this goaltender, not Jacob Markstrom, but Dan Vladar for the Flyers was excellent, by the way. Was just absolutely excellent. I know he allowed 3 goals, 903 save percentage. He was spectacular. And he's the only reason this game wasn't tied or the Devils found a way to win this thing. So all the credit to Vladar. But the Devils, as a whole, number one, the officials need to learn what a high stick is. Okay? Number two is the officials need to learn how to high stick. Number one is the Devils have to come out better. They have to start faster. They have to stop the defensive lapses early in games, okay? And their goaltenders have to give them more. Jacob Markstrom has to give you more if he's going to earn his paycheck. That's all I got. So, it's always fun chatting with you guys. Leave us a comment. Is Jacob Markstrom's save percentage going to get over 900 at all this season? Let me know let me know if you think it'll get there. What do you think his save percentage ends at? Give me a number in the comments. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you letting me do my live demonstration here on the Devil's Digest page. So trying to keep it fun for you guys, having some fun, okay? We want to remind you to always be a subscriber, okay? We're trying to get to our goal of 1,000 subscribers. We're getting there. We're so close, and we need your help to reach that plateau. Being a subscriber is great, okay? It gives you first access to all new videos that come out via Devil's Digest from Aiden and I. And I just have to say, from the both of us, we appreciate you listening, watching, however you're consuming this content. We appreciate you. And remember, if you hit your opponent in the face, it's a high stick. Somebody teach the officials. We'll catch you next time on Devil's Digest.